Hello staff, this is Mr. Hernandez, and today I will show you how to download and use the new iSchoolRide app that we will be using for student pickup. For this example, I'm using Android phone. You can do this on an Apple phone, Apple device as well, but I am using Android. I'm going to the Google Play Store. If you are doing this on the Apple device, you will be using your App Store. So go to your App Store, type in the name iSchoolRide. Tracker is for teachers. Pickup line is for parents. I will start off with the Tracker app. We will install it. In this example, I've already have it installed, but you would choose Install, let it download, and then select Open. So let's open it up. We will select Sign In, and then we will enter our credentials. The school code is OBZ-332. OBZ-332, please capitalize these and include the dash. Use your staff email for this. If for whatever reason staff email does not work, you could also just use the first part of your email. But please start off with staff email, and then the password is iSchoolRide. That's the default password for everyone. Once we enter, you can change that if you want. But once you have your credentials, sign in. And for those who don't know, iSchoolRide app is an app that will help notify us teachers at school when parents have arrived to pick up their child. And so this is what the interface looks like for teachers. Let me show you that. It starts off by showing an overhead shot of Alameda. If I select the satellite picture, Alameda now and all the surrounding area shows the real life images, right? Here, if we click this button, it'll highlight our school zone. Let me zoom in on that so you can see. You zoom in on the school, you can see that our school zone is highlighted in this green area. What that means is that when a parent turns on their app and arrives to school, when they are within the boundary of our school zone, notifications then get sent to us, the teachers, with the apps running, right? If you have your app running, you start to see a notification pop up on each vehicle, or at least as best as possible, right? On each vehicle that the parent is there and which student they are picking up. So that's what the zone does. It toggles it on and off. This is our current zone. It might expand in the future a little bit, but that's it. If you happen to navigate away from the area, you can select this orange dot and it'll take you back to our school. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit. A neat feature is if our families don't get the app, we still have a way that we can communicate that a student is ready for pickup. This little button here is our chat feature. Only staff teachers have this feature on their app. You can type in a message. For example, our bus students might need this method so that we can type in the message, press send, and everyone who has the app running will see this message. Likewise, maybe for daycare or for that student, right, whose family member does not have the app. They arrived and we need to notify the teacher some way, right? Because the students are in our classroom and the parents are waiting. So anyways, type in manually, press send, and we are notified. And so this is a neat little feature that this app has. Clicking these buttons toggles them on and off. Right here on the top left, we have the main settings, and this is where you can change your password. So if you don't like iSchoolRide, you can enter the old iSchoolRide, new password, confirm that password, and update. You can also enter a picture if you like. If you have problems with signing in, again, reach out to me or any of the other iSchoolRide admins. So how do you know when the student arrives? Well, like I said, this app starts to populate with little indicators, and the default is going to show all parents, regardless of grade, regardless of teacher. They're all going to populate, but we want to change that setting, right? So you click on Select Group, click on All. Now you have a window. And so let's say Kinder is here. Some student from Kinder, their parent is here. And you only want to see yours, right? So most of you are going to do this right away. You only really want to see yours. Admin will probably want to see everybody, but you yourself, just click on your name, press confirm, And again, this list only shows those who are physically in school with students, right? So some of us staff members who don't have students, you will not see your class list here, but you have access to the app all the same so that we could all help out and pitch in if necessary. So click on your name, press confirm, and then you would only see your parents that are picking up your students in your class. All right. What if you are helping out your grade level? Well, select more than one teacher in your grade, press confirm, and then you would only see your selected grade level. I'm going to press clear and press confirm, and I'm back to the beginning. And so really, this is how the app works. As soon as parents arrive school, or as they're coming, they will open up the app. On our side of things, we have our app open. It gives us the indicator. We click on the indicator, and then it'll show which student they're here to pick up. Let me show you how this looks like, what this looks like on the computer, laptop. There are some instances when maybe you don't have your app, or maybe you want to have the whole screen showing on a whiteboard or something. So let's go to the website. The address is up here on the top. In the resources that were included, the iSchoolRide rep showed a different address. The only difference is that his address shows a 1. Ours actually shows a 2 up here on the top left corner, okay? And so we want to enter our credentials, all the same, just like in the app. And also, before I enter, I want to recommend, if you haven't seen the iSchoolRide official reps videos that were included in the resources, I highly recommend because it kind of shows more of a live example of what it would look like. So anyways, I'm going to log in. Here's the dashboard. You're going to see a lot of different options and settings available to you, but the main one that we're looking for is Tracker App here on the left-hand corner. So we click on Tracker App, and essentially this is mimicking the same thing as our app. We have filtering tools here. I'm going to clear, and I'm going to pick my grade level or teacher. You be specific, whatever you want. Set filter, click, and then only your grade level or your class is showing. I will toggle the pickup zone by clicking the toggle pickup zone button. My school. Oops. If I happen to deviate, move away from the map, I can click on my school and boom, it returns me back to the school overhead. Clicking on satellite shows me the overhead view of Alameda. Okay. There's some other settings here that I can't necessarily use because we're not live, but if you've seen like that school, the iSchoolRide reps videos, he mentions and talks about these settings. That same messaging system also shows up here on the right hand side, especially again for those students whose parents don't have the app set up, or bus riders, people who are coming to pick up multiple students, bus riders, daycare pickup. Okay. And so that's pretty much it. Same idea on laptop, computer works as on the app. And again, maybe you can put this into practice at the end of the day and you demonstrate to students this image as parents are arriving, your choice. I'm going to hit back and I'm back to the home page. Feel free to explore the homepage a little more. I'm not going to go into depth into it. Some stuff might not show up on yours as they do on mine. I'm listed as an admin. But yours might be similar or not. Here's some quick resources. Some of the resources that we sent you already are listed down below here in the inbox. Okay, a lot of videos of how to use iSchoolRide. Now, going back to my app, how do the parents sign in? Okay, so I'm going to exit the teacher app and let's sign in and download the parent app. So iSchoolRide pickup line, they will click on, install, whether they're in the Play Store or the App Store, install, select open, and now here they are with the parent app. And what's important to know is that parents have a couple options on how to sign in. I'm going to address the first two and then talk about the last one here in a moment. If they want to sign in, they click on sign in and they have to press register new account. When they register new account, they have to include the school code. Don't forget, OBZ-332. Fill out their credentials. I'm not sure if they have to do both an email and a phone number or either one. Just to play it safe, I'd say put both if they can. All right. They sign in, they register, they click register, it automatically signs them in. For my example with you all, I'm going to do this, I'm going to press back, by signing in with a social. So social account means, well, signing in with a social media. So if they already have a Facebook, they can sign in with a Facebook account, Google account. I'm on Android, so it doesn't show the Apple version, but if you have an Apple phone that you're doing this with, they can also do an Apple sign in with their Apple ID. Same thing applies. Type in the school code, OBZ, and then click login with their social media account. I'm using Google as an example for this, and so I've already done this a couple times practicing with the parent account, but what's noticeable with the parent account, oops, let me go back. So once you're finally in, I had a little hiccup there with my account. Remember, it's school code, and then they go through the motions with their social media, whatever platform they're using. But the first time they sign into their account, they'll be prompted right away to enter a student, their first student. They could put in one or more. And what's great by them entering their student within their own account, it will then show up on our side as the teacher. So we don't have to enter students because the parent is. So how do they do that? Well, they follow the steps as it shows up right away. But in my case, I've already done it with these examples. But they click on Add Edit Student. They will see a list of their students. Okay. But if they want to add, they just click on the plus sign. And then they type in their student name. Okay. This is where they have to choose the teacher's name here. And this is how we know when they're at school to pick up their child. For this example, I'm going to use 5th grade. They'll press OK. If they want to add a photo, they can as well. I won't go through that step right now. But they could go through the motions. So when they're done, they press OK. And now their students shows up on their list. And the idea with this list is that, say, sometimes a parent or a pickup person isn't picking up all the students from the family. What if one student is sick and didn't make it for whatever reason, okay? Maybe they take turns. Somebody's picking up somebody one time and I don't know, whatever. But the case is you see these check marks and you can click on them. And when you go back to the beginning, the dashboard, the home page, that student doesn't show up. Likewise, I can go back to my settings button here, click 3 lines, manage students, slide around, toggle the student, go back to my home page, and now I have all my students showing up for pickup. And so again, the idea is that when a parent finishes setting up their students, and the day that they come to pick up, they arrive at the school, turn on their app, in other words, they open up their app, and from the teacher side of things, on our tracker app, we then start to see a little car symbol showing that they are here. And the idea is that we click on the car and then the names show up. Teachers click on the student name. It changes into a green outline. And then the parent on their side of things see a green outline on their student name, meaning that teacher has recognized that the parent is at school and ready to pick up their child, and the student is on their way to the pickup area. And so as the parent shows up on their dashboard, they'll see their students begin to outline in green. Again, if you want to see this in live demo example, make sure you see the iSchoolRide reps videos. In his video demonstrations, he shows this in a live demo. But that's basically it. That's the idea. When all the students arrive and get picked up and they leave with the parent, on our side of the things, the teacher, that car, that little icon, disappears. And then you just continue on with the next parent, okay? Now, from this interface on the parent side of things, I'm going to go back to my settings. And there's that manage profile side too, in case if they ever want to change something with their profile. I'm going to leave that there so you can see. They could add a picture as well. This is where you add family members. So manage family. I'm going to click on manage family. So say you want to add grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, whoever, even a neighbor, family friend that's trusted, right? Somebody that's trusted has authorization to pick up your student, their student. They would be added in this window. Family, manage family, press the plus sign, and they fill out the credentials for that family member. I would advise filling up as much of this information as possible. I don't know if you have to have both email and phone number or either or. I'm assuming email because later on it's going to ask for email sign in for that family member. So fill out the credentials, press update, and then that family member will get a message in their email, their text message, that they've been invited to be added to a pickup as a pickup person on iSchoolRide pickup line app. Let me sign out. Oh, one more thing about this app. You'll notice this online feature, and so you really don't necessarily have to mess with this feature. The idea being that as soon as a parent opens the app, they're basically telling their phone, their network, that they are online, and so that they can then send the notification to us on our teacher side of things. They must have their GPS location setting turned on for this app to work appropriately. Okay, otherwise it won't work and it defeats the purpose of the app. Let me log out and just briefly go over that family member code. And so that parent, the one with the main account, has sent a family member that invite. That family member would then make sure they use that information, click on use family code. They would enter that family code. That family code is in the email that was sent to them. It's unique to them only, and they have to put their email here. So to answer my own question from a while ago, they need to put at least the email. Press sign in, and they are registered as a pickup person on the app. One thing to address too is families that are separated. If it's possible, if they are cordial, civil enough, and they could both be on the same account, that's recommended if possible, but not necessary. That way, it just eases the load on student accounts. Alameda pays iSchoolRide per student. And so if the student is on parent A, that's one charge. And if there's on parent B, that's another charge. So if we could avoid that, that's fine. But I mean, in the end, that's okay too. That's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not that big of a charge, but it just helps ease things on the app side and just the user settings. But family members can be added to that main account as much as it'll allow it, I guess. You know, I don't know how many, but you can try and just keep going. Otherwise, the other family member can make their own account and just add that student on their own. Okay, but we want to try to avoid that if possible. And so that's the parent app. That's the way you can download, install. I hope that helps you all out, figuring out how to download, install, use the tracker app for iSchoolRide teacher app and the iSchoolRide pickup line app for parents. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Shoot me an email, find me at school, and I'd be more than happy to help explain the apps more for you all. Good luck and have a great day. Bye for now.